Buzz TV. Fun day for us. We're catching a band we really love. Hooked up with somebody that works for them over at NAMM this year because they're a little far away. They're in Sweden. Deathbreed. How you guys doing this morning?
Doing fine.
Great. First, let's start this off. Who are we talking to, and what do you guys do in the band?
Well, I can start with introducing myself. My name is Ted, and I am a lead guitarist in Deathbreed.
Yeah, and I'm Samuel, and I'm the lead singer in the same band.
Ah, very nice. So I pretty much have the power of Deathbreed with us today, which is great.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
So, first question, how long has Deathbreed been together?
Since 2009.
Very nice. So you've been together quite a while, and the band sounds really tight. We have that new CD you guys have, made you Artist of the Week, and this week's show, which is Season 4, Episode 13, for those of you out there. Love the product. I mean, it's really, really great. Any chance of Deathbreed actually making it to America anytime soon? I know that's expensive, so...
Well, yeah. Sometime, that's one of our big goals, with the career, to go out to the States and play and tour, of course.
We have something here called the Death Fest, which is right up your alley, and it's year 7. So what we're going to do is we'll make sure that the promoter of that gets your product, and if there's any way they could get you on this year's bill, because it's in June, we'll see if we could do that. If not, we'll definitely line this up for next year, because in fact, when we shot their festival last year, the only bands we covered were bands from out of the United States. So,
Okay.
We're really big on making sure we hit everybody when we can, and we love the product. Now, guitar-wise, are you the only guitar player in the band?
No, we are 2 guitarists.
Okay, it sounded that way with some of the stuff. How do you guys come up with a lot of the writing guitar parts?
Yeah, I would consider myself to be the main songwriter during the instrumental stuff. Anyway, yeah, I guess I mostly play around at home at first,
Right.
making 2 or 3 riffs, making to a start of a song, and then I put it into the rehearsal room, and we fool around with it, and yeah, eventually turn out to a song, and Samuel starts doing his thing, and then it all comes together,
And it turns out great. Now, how many albums does Deathbreed have in total?
1.
This is it. And where would and this product, where could we find it? I mean, I have it, but if they want to get it, where could they get it right now?
They can get it at our Bandcamp, Deathbreed, bandcamp.deathbreed.
Okay, now, what about Deathbreed's website? Is there a link on that to get there?
Yeah, I think you can get it, but we don't got a full website for our own. We use our Facebook mostly.
Okay. Then I'd
Yeah,
say
that-
there will be a
that-
link right down here. So if you're watching this from any of the Buzz TV apps on the iPhone, on the Android, click over to the website. The link's right down there, or it's really easy. Just type in Deathbreed on Facebook, and these guys are going to pop up. So it's not a hard thing to find. You're in Sweden. How's the weather
Yeah.
there? Any snow at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes and goes. Now we're closing to spring,
Yeah.
So the toughest winter is pretty much over now, but
we got a few centimeters.
Okay, because I'm going to be kind of a little bit of an ass. It's going to be 90 degrees here today, so it's going to be very nice in Vegas. But you know what? I personally would love to get to your end of the world sometime and do some stuff. Now, about touring, where does the band play mostly? Are you just pretty much playing in Sweden, or are you actually getting out to a little bit of the surrounding areas there?
Yeah, we've mostly played around Sweden, but we did a European tour together with some friends, a band called Deathbreed and a band called Resurrection.
Very nice.
in 2013. So we did a little European tour through Germany, Austria, Slovenia, and Italy.
Oh, very, very, very cool. Now we're doing something down the road, something called the Rock the World Project, but we're actually, myself, Metal Sanaz, we're going to bring a show into the former Soviet Republic of Georgia. Doing something there, giving a bunch of gear out. I don't know, you know, logistically, how far is something like that from you guys?
Georgia, one airplane ride away.
Well, I mean, hell, Vegas is one airplane ride away. But I mean, is that something that's somewhat logistically close for you guys, or is that something that's more of a pain in the ass?
I don't know. I'm so extremely bad at the.
You know what? We'll talk about that offline because, again, we're putting something together there, and it would really be fun to bring, you know, a band or two in from, you know, Europe versus trying to bring mostly the lineup in from here. And again, we'll talk about that stuff after the interview. Is anyone in the band lucky enough to have a sponsorship yet? Are you endorsed by anyone?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, there's a lot of people that watch this, so, you know, we'll definitely... Oh, you know, we have a friend of ours, Bone Drums, who is out of Europe. We'll line those guys up with you since you're in their, you know, their neck of the woods. Great drum company. We met these guys at NAMM. They sponsor a friend of ours. Great people, so we'll definitely line that up. Now, with Deathbreed, fan base over in Sweden, death metal, really, really big there? Are the kids there into that sort of thing?
Yeah, they are. It's one of the founding countries of the genre, so it's quite big.
Well, the biggest kind of death metal is, of course, the old school and, you know, the Swedish sounding death metal. Of course, that's
Gothenburg sound style.
Yeah, that's of course the biggest one. So I guess we play a little bit more American death metal.
Right, I understand that. Now, let me ask another question. As I said, we got this CD over at NAMM. Who gave it to us? You had people working, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I guess it was Dean Martinetti, the founder of our label, Rogue Records America. He had attended NAMM with our stuff and gave it out to people. So I guess it was him. So
we're going to give a shout out to Dean. You know, I remember talking to him because he was showing me some stuff, and we were talking about the label. I was running from one interview to another one, and I do remember saying I'm going to reach out to you, and I want to talk about some stuff. So now it's going to be better when I reach out. I could say, hey, we already spoke to Deathbreed. Check this out. But we're definitely going to do that, but we want to thank them for it because we would have never found you guys, and we went through anything anyone gave us. We sat, we listened to it, we checked it out, and, you know, it was, again, with this thing, we listened to it and said, oh, wow, we love these guys, let's get them in there, and then as soon as we got them in, more important, let's find a way to talk to them. And then our next mission is we got to shoot them live. So we are working on that one, and we are working on with an airline, and hopefully they're going to get the right thing and take care of us. I can't mention the name at the moment because it's not locked in, but we are working real hard on that. Here's a question. 5-piece band. How is it? You guys get along really well? Is there, you know, traveling around's got to be a tough thing. How's that work out?
We hate each other. No, we get along real nice. We're a bunch of buddies. Well, if we got an issue with anything, we bring it up and deal with it. Not that not that that's a problem, really.
Yeah, I've worked for a band, actually a quite famous act, but the two guys in it despise it's like you'd never know. On stage, you know, you're thinking this, they won't even, separate elevators, separate buses. you know, and it's just amazing. But on stage, you'd never know. So that's why I just asked that question. You know, 5 guys, I know, especially if you're in a confined area, it could be tight. But it's nice to know that your family and you work it out, and that's a great thing. Now, here's something that's really important. I personally, or always think it is. What is it that we might have left out about Deathbreed that they need to know?
That's a good question. I think you've been quite thorough.
Well, you know I'm always going to forget something important, and you guys know. I mean, if it's me, it's easy to say, this is a band you got to hear because the raw energy, the power, the band's tight, and we've only heard the CD because we can't get to them yet, but this is a band that's in your face, and we love them. I just, you know, want to make sure that everything that they need to know is out there. The band's from Sweden, so if you're in that part of the world, check them out. Hopefully they're going to get on something that gets them out of Sweden, but again, get into Sweden and just go see them. That's the most important thing. Deathbreed's a band you got to see. We're going to push them for Las Vegas Death Fest. If we don't get them in Vegas this year, hey, Michael, let's definitely work on doing something for next year with these guys. It's an act we got to see. Who else is in the band? I have 2 here. Let's give the rest of the band some love. Who's not here today?
Johan is not here today.
And mostly, and that's the second guitarist and the second bass player. Second bass, the bass player.
The only bass player. Hey, you know, that would be fun to see a band with maybe 3 bass players one day. That would be different.
And, you know, people saying, yeah, you don't need a bass player anymore. You play too much strings on your guitar.
I don't know. I see. Well, here, what do you play? Is it you play a 7 or an 8 string, or are you just playing 6s?
We play mostly 7. I can actually show you my new guitar over here. I recently bought a Jeff Loomis signature. His newest model for 2014.
Very nice. So
Real well.
So we're going to give a shout out to Jeff Loomis Guitars because it looks like they just have some badass shit. We'll reach out to them. Hopefully we'll get a chat with them. And with a little luck, maybe you might get an endorsement deal because you're showing them some love worldwide right now. 7 string. I'm a guitar player. 7 strings a little different for my world. What made you choose to go 7 string?
Yeah, I guess it was pretty much the simplicity of it, actually.
Really?
Because, you know, I like to do some frets sometimes, and I still want to play the heavy stuff, you know, the low tuning, and I just found it difficult to, you know, have a 6-string guitar and tune it low and make it sound metal. So I thought it actually gave me, it made everything easier with the 7-string, you know. Just go a string up and you still have the same string.
Very nice. See,
Every fun.
now, because I have friends that actually play 9 and 10 string guitars, and I'm like, what the hell? I don't get it. But they kick ass doing it. But having a neck that's like yay wide.
I actually own a 8-string guitar.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like my hands aren't that big.
They actually have 2 songs on the new record that is played on an 8-string.
So there you go. And when you hear the record, you're going to see why they use 7 and 8 string guitars, because they just sound and kick ass so well. Myself.
And you know, my approach to it is like that. You're not supposed to hear that you're playing an 8-string. You know, you don't need to use the 8-string all the time. You don't have to hear, oh, it's an 8-string right away.
Right.
You have to figure it out, because then you're using the guitar, you know.
Well, you know, you're 100% right. It's all about being tasteful and putting the right notes and the right chords in the right spot versus just mashing everything together to show, look what I have, which doesn't make sense. Yeah. And again, you listen to this Deathbreed album, and musically it's there. It's just not something that's a lot of energy, but it's actually musically a good piece as well. But again, we made you Artist of the Week, so we found that out, and you guys are going to find that out really soon. I guess, as I said, usually I wrap it up with asking what might we have left out, but I think we covered pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Book us, so we can come to the States and play.
Definitely. Well, I don't book, but I definitely will turn you on to the person that does book, because, you know, they have a show every year that's all about death metal. They bring bands in from all over the world, as well as just the U.S., so it's something that's not above and beyond happening. I will get that information to Michael when we get off air. I'll shoot you his contact info as well. You know, and this way, hopefully we could line something up, if not this year, most definitely next year. But I go June's kind of far off, so maybe we could actually get this year as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
Perfect. For now, it's going to be myself. For Deathbreed, Buzz TV, we're out of here, guys. See ya!